Hi everyone, it's Marieta, founder of ImmigrationBiz. Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you guys doing today? Let me know who is there. Introduce yourself, guys. Let me know your name, where you're from, what country. And also, what I want to do, I want you guys to invite other entrepreneurs or other friends who are interested to move to United States and they want to learn how to do it the easiest way. So why don't you now share the link? If you have the link, obviously you do have the link, otherwise you wouldn't be able to sign up. And I want you to invite your friends or someone who needs this information. Don't invite people who are not interested. I mean, I don't need to just share it for the sake of sharing. I want to help as many people as possible. This is free webinar, it's live. At the end, we're gonna do live Q&A. So invite people who might need this information, okay? Also, let me know who is there. Where are you guys from? What is your name? Hi, Juan. And today, what is this going to be about? So today I'm going to talk about the easiest way to immigrate for entrepreneur, okay? And I'm also going to share with you this little hack that I haven't discussed in the past, and it's for people who basically want to start a business, but they got no money. So it's going to be very interesting, especially if you are looking for a way to move to US and you just dream about it, you have no idea, you feel stuck. This is definitely a place to be today, okay? Hi, Jean. All right, I see many people. Jean-Paul, Kenton, Piotr from Poland, Argentina. Let me see who is there. Sarfaras. Okay, cool. Where, Bahamas. Oh, I love to go to Bahamas like any day soon, just to lay down on the beach. I'm sure it's beautiful. My question too: why you want to go to US? Bahamas is perfect. Anyway, Argentina. Cool. Okay, guys, I see there are more people than, yeah, there are more people. So why don't you introduce yourself, guys, and we're gonna start the webinar soon, okay? Michael, hi there. Fabio, Brazil, cool. Hi, Fabio, nice to see you. Cool, okay. All right, cool. So guys, today we're gonna talk about the easiest way how to start a business and immigrate, including the hack. And I'm gonna share with you a few things that I haven't actually talked about in the past. You know, if you are familiar with my webinars, you probably know that, you know, I'm really big fan of E2 visa and L visas and etc. But there's something that I need to disclose because I feel like, you know, I have like a consultation with many of you guys in the recent 2 months, and what I realized is that there's something missing. There's a missing link. There's something that I need to disclose to some of you because, you know, one thing is to start a business, another thing is to invest, but there's something that you need to know, especially if you are entrepreneur or aspiring entrepreneur. And today I will talk about it. So it's going to be slightly different webinar. Like we always do at the end, we're going to do the live Q&A so you can ask the relevant questions, okay? Now, before we continue again, for those people who are new, who are tuning in, those people who don't know me, my name is Marieta. I am the founder of ImmigrationBiz, business immigration attorney, and I help immigrants, especially entrepreneurs, to move to the United States. So this webinar is going to be focused on entrepreneurs, people who want to live the American dream. Now, definition of American dream, I guess everyone has different definition of American dream, right? So why don't you actually type in what is your definition of American dream? Let me know what it means for you, because I want to learn from you guys. What does it mean for you? You know, I might have a different definition of American dream, right? I see people from India, Ghana, Rejoice, nice name. Yetkin and Altinel, Ethiopia, wow. Okay, very cool. India. No, the webinar cannot be watched later. It's live webinar, including live Q&A, Piotr. So if you want to ask questions, you need to stay till then. If you want to ask the questions, I'm not going to answer the questions during the webinar. It's my time, you know, I'm giving you for free, guys. And if you ask me, like, is this recording, can I watch later? I mean, there's zero commitment. So maybe if you ask this question, you already show that you are not really serious about this, you know, and so I would suggest that you consider that because it is my time I'm giving it for free. I charge, as of now, $600 per hour. So if you want to have a consultation, feel free to pay $600. Otherwise, this is free webinar. So Turkey, Kyrgyzstan. Perfect. Nice to see you guys. Nate. Wow. Okay. Very cool. All right, guys. So let's start. Let's start and let's rock and roll. All right. Let me know if you see the PowerPoint. Like I always ask, double check that. If you can hear me, see me, type yes. Mohammed, hi there. Chetan Sharad, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Nice to see you guys, all of you. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Perfect. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's do this. So what we're going to discuss today is how to start a business and live the American dream, which is obvious, right? Everyone wants to live the American dream, otherwise you wouldn't be on this webinar. And what's different is that my goal today is really to share secrets. I call it secrets. The reason is I call it secret is because, you know, if you go to a regular immigration lawyer who is not necessarily immigrant, they're probably not going to tell you these secrets. Or if you go to immigration lawyer who is not entrepreneur, they're probably not going to tell you these secrets. So these are actually things that I learned over the years as immigrant/entrepreneur. And the fact that I'm also an immigration lawyer is just like a bonus on the side, because these are things that I learned as an entrepreneur, self-made, okay? It's not something that I'm going to share with you just because I'm an immigration lawyer. So let's do this. Like I mentioned, if you stay till the end, you're going to be able to ask the questions, any kind of questions, relevant questions, and I'm going to try to answer all of your questions. Hopefully the time will allow to do that. Right now I charge $300 per 30 minutes consultation. The reason is because if you want to talk to me 1 hour, you have to, obviously I charge $600. It's just so many people who want to talk to me, and I have to be very selective. Otherwise my time, you know, I would not be sleeping. Bottom line. So what's my story? There are people who don't know me here, probably. Juan, he's saying like, no, I cannot see. Can you guys see the PowerPoint, or is it just Juan? Just give me yes, because I don't want to continue if you cannot see the PowerPoint presentation. Maybe Juan, you need to refresh the browser or close the window and then come back to the webinar. Also, I would suggest that you close the other windows. If you have open multiple windows, it's probably better if you, yeah, the other people can see. So it's probably on your end. It's probably your issue. So I would just close the window and reopen it, okay? Or maybe close also other windows. And if still you cannot see the PowerPoint, then you have to whatever. Like this is just like I'm assuming this is the issue. Okay, guys. So let's continue. So what's my story for people who don't know me? Now I don't really want to bore you with my story, but I want to. For people who don't know me, I want to introduce myself so you can understand where I'm coming from. I'm from Slovakia, and I moved to the United States in 2007. Sorry, I forgot when was it? 11 years ago. And, you know, since then, long story short, I was fresh graduate from law school back in Slovakia. And I felt like I can't stay here because it's like a black hole. Like whatever I do in this country, the energy is lost. And so I was like, I'm out of here. And I got to US, and I quickly realized that I had to go back to law school because the jurisdiction where I'm coming from is very different than it's a common law, right? The common law system in the United States, and we have a civil law. So it's very, very different. And so I had to quickly make a move, right? So first things what I did, I applied and I studied English. Back then I didn't really speak English. So I had to learn how to speak English, and obviously I had to study the legal terminology so I can apply for law school and pass the exams. Then I got accepted to one of the best law schools in the country, which to my surprise, I mean, my dream came true, seriously, because it's like a top law school. And I was like, oh my God, how is this even possible? And obviously the school was crazy. It was like expensive as hell. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I got to other law schools. But those other law schools gave me scholarship, but this one I didn't, you know. And I was like, I had a choice, right? Either I'm going to go to the best law school, I can become a best lawyer, or I'm going to go to mediocre law school. And obviously they give me tuition. They pay for my tuition. They give me the scholarship. So I decided again, take the hard way. Like I'm expert in taking the hard way in life. So I decided to enroll to the Northwestern University School of Law in Chicago, and you can even Google it. It's a very expensive school. Anyway, after that, I graduated and I moved to New York. And I moved to New York because I saw bigger opportunities. You know, living in New York, it's a bigger city. I thought like, oh, it's going to be easy for me to get a job. And, you know, when I got there, I was on OPT, optional practical training. And no, it wasn't easy at all. Like, first of all, I had to study for the bar exam, which was nightmare of my life because the exam itself is 12 hours long. Okay. And so I had to really study a couple of months. And while I was studying, you know, I lived in this tiny little room, I was renting this tiny little room in Queens, in Astoria, which isn't even Manhattan. And I had this like a roommate, Turkish roommate. Anyway, it was like very difficult for me to study there because she's got a son and he was like all over the place. I mean, I don't want to go into more details. The bottom line is that it wasn't easy, you know, and then I was looking for a job. And I was looking for a job, legal job, because obviously like I needed to find sponsor on H-1B who can actually take care of me and sponsor me, especially because I needed to change my status, right? The OPT status was about to expire and I needed to find a way, like, how am I going to stay here legally? I mean, obviously after, you know, so many years and effort and the money you paid, like, it's ridiculous. You cannot even get a status immediately. That was like a ridiculous challenge for me. And I found this guy who was like, yeah, I'm going to help you with H-1B. Why don't we file and I'm going to help you? And this was like a one single person attorney in white. I mean, I don't even know the location. I forgot already. The bottom line, he told me that, yes, I will sponsor you. You can work for me, blah, blah, blah. And then we applied for H-1B. However, I got a request for additional evidence. And when we got the request for additional evidence, it's usually related to the employer. Like, the employer needs to show that he's able to sponsor you, because the wage he needs to pay you, he's supposed to pay you because you are an attorney, it's quite high. It's like 100K or even minimum, like as an associate in New York, it was like 100K or something like that, right? So, I mean, that was kind of crazy because he didn't have the funds, you know. His business didn't make 100K per year. So how could he possibly sponsor me? And so I didn't know this, right? Because he didn't tell me, he didn't disclose this information. And then he just vanished. Like, he literally like didn't reply to my emails, like my calls, blah, blah, blah. So I had to leave the country. And I had to leave the country and I left because my status was about to expire and I had to find another way, right? And obviously the another way, you know, is what I'm going to teach you today, because that is the way I realize is the best way. And during that time, I somehow cracked the code. I call it like I cracked the code because I literally cracked the code. Like, my story is very different compared to other professionals. Usually when you have a professional, you go to US and you find a sponsor and blah, blah, blah. But the truth about H-1B, I'm going to disclose in a minute. Bottom line, long story short, 3 years later or 2 years later, I'm published in Forbes, Playboy as an expert, CBS and other major media as an expert. So obviously, sometimes when you take the hard way, it works. It works. And my passion is to share that with you so you don't have to actually take the hard way. Okay. And so what I considered I did wrong was actually, I kind of wasted the time with this H-1B visa. And, you know, probably you guys heard my story before about this H-1B, why I don't think it's good. And you don't know this because you don't know this country. You don't know the system. You don't know the immigration law. And you don't know this. But the truth is that H-1B, I think personally, it's like modern slavery, you know, hidden modern slavery, because these people come here, you know, they find an employer and the employer is supposed to pay you wage that is like reasonable, but they don't in reality, you know, and they know that you need them. Because the moment they fire you, you need to leave the country. You lose your status. So you are their slave, in other words, right? Obviously, if you have a good employer, then by all means, stay there. I'm not saying everyone is like that, right? But I'm saying that what I've seen and what I heard, this is the reality. Now, I learned over the years that the easiest way to immigrate and to actually start your life, your American dream, is to be entrepreneur. right? And it's the same applies to your spouse, your kids, etc. Because it allows you to control your life, period. It allows you to create the life you actually want. And you don't depend on anybody. But then there are always things that you need to take care of. You have to take care of your business, which is another challenge, but I think it's a better challenge, more reasonable challenge than to be challenged by someone who can cut you off any day, okay? So, you know, I discovered the hard way, obviously, through my pain, my story, it speaks for itself. And I learned that you don't need to do this, right? Because then I started to work with other clients, you know, with people. When I started my business, you know, first I was doing general immigration, and later I started to focus only on entrepreneurs, right? And that being said, if there are some people, some of you guys who are looking for student visa, maybe you want to get a B visa, or maybe you want to change the status, like these things that I don't necessarily focus on anymore. I just work with entrepreneurs who want to go to 7 figures, okay? So, but I found a way like how I can actually share something with you guys for a reasonable price. So I actually created the whole ImmigrationBiz Academy, where you can actually take a course on these small topics, right? If you want to get a student visa, if you want to change the status, B visa. These are things you can totally do on your own. You don't necessarily need a lawyer, right? If you are interested, you can go to ImmigrationBizAcademy.com. Now, let's go back where we left off. So if you are the entrepreneur, you don't have to take the hard way. You simply don't. And what I mean by that is the way, you know, the journey I took. And so, because the H-1B visa at the end, there is no guarantee. Even if you have the sponsor, right? Even if you find a lawyer who's gonna put the petition for you, there is still no guarantee, because more people than the cap is actually 85,000, and because more people than that apply each year, there you have the answer. You don't have actually guarantee. Now, on the other hand, with E2 and L visas that I'm focusing on, you do have the guarantee. You do have the guarantee because there is no cap. So if you put in the work, yeah, right, if you do whatever it takes, you get there, period. And sometimes people ask me, what's the guarantee I get it? And my question to you, what is your guarantee? What do you guarantee to me that you're gonna do? Are you gonna do whatever it takes? Because if you guarantee me that you do whatever it takes, then I guarantee that you will get there. Now, before I jump further and I continue with this webinar, some of you guys are answering me questions here. Now, what I would suggest is to wait till the end of the webinar, and then I'm going to open up live Q&A, so you can ask whatever you need, guys, okay? Because if you keep asking now, it's like it's interrupting me, you know, and I can't really focus on delivering this message. Okay, guys, so who wants to learn the 3 secrets? It's 3 secrets in my opinion. Who wants to learn that? Who's ready for it? Give me yes, and I'm gonna sip a little bit of water and I continue. Nate, me. Lucas, not from Europe. Can you help me? Yeah, I mean, I help you if you put in the work. That's the answer, okay? So that being said, guys, I want to see, I welcome all of you. I have my YouTube channel, ImmigrationBiz, and I do weekly webinars. I mean, the weekly videos, sorry, not the weekly webinar. Yes, I do the weekly webinars, but I do the weekly videos. I try to do at least 3 videos per week for people all around the world for free, so I can help all of you. However, this webinar is more focused on entrepreneurs, okay? So if you are someone, I just want to make sure you understand and we are on the same page. If you are someone who wants to see fast results, then I cannot help you. If you are someone who wants to get free visa, I cannot help you. If you are someone who is not even entrepreneur or not even aspiring entrepreneur, like I said, you can go to my ImmigrationBiz Academy and you can certainly find what you're looking for. If you are looking for like a green card through marriage, I have some videos on my YouTube channel. You can watch it, and then you need to work with another immigration lawyer because I don't do marriage visas anymore. Okay. Now, I typically work with people who have a minimum access to capital of 50,000, a minimum, on average 100,000. If you don't have this money, don't freak out. Today I will share the hack, okay? This is the hack that I've done myself, and I'm gonna share it with you. However, typically these are the people I work with. And so if you don't have the money, you will learn how to get the money, but again, you have to put the work. If you're not gonna work, if you just wait like somebody's gonna give you the money, hand you the money, I mean, I'm sorry, this is not webinar for you. And I'm just being honest so I can save your time. And we are on the same page. Also, I do want to mention that this webinar is not creating any attorney-client relationship, okay? And there is no privilege, attorney-client privilege created by this presentation, and it's only for educational purposes. I think this is pretty crystal clear, but just saying. Okay, I do want to ask you a favor now, guys. Let's just focus today. If there is something that you need to do, put it on the side, turn off your social media notification, turn off your phone, and if you need, close the door and just focus and be present, okay? And I'm actually gonna do the same thing here right now. Gonna do the same thing. Okay. Like for people who are looking for a recorded video, recorded webinar, you're probably not so committed and serious. Like, if I can find the time to do this for free, then you should be able to find the time to watch this. I mean, and if you have an issue with that, then no problem. You can always consult one-on-one with me, and I charge $600 per 60 minutes right now. So what are the 3 secrets, guys? And this is something that I learned not as an immigration lawyer. I learned this as an entrepreneur and immigrant, especially as an immigrant. Number 1 is the mindset. It's crucial. If you don't have the mindset, you're not gonna make it happen. You know, I have some clients who moved to United States, they got investor visas, but they didn't have the mindset, unfortunately. And this mindset thing goes really deep. You know, I'm like self-development junkie since I moved here, because I was obviously living on the edge, if you will. And I had to like make it happen from $700 to be admitted to this top law school, to pass the bar in different language, to start a business with 0 experience. Give me a break. Like, you gotta have a mindset. And trust me, I did not have the right mindset. I mean, I had some, like, since I was 16, 17, actually, I've been reading self-development books. This was something that I was really attracted to. So I did have some sort of mindset, but I realized way later in life that the reason I did this move by myself, without my family, without any support, was because I believe in myself. And I believe in myself because of those books that I read, the mindset I created. Now, I'm not telling you to read all these books right now, but what I'm telling you is that if you don't have the mindset, you're just not gonna make it. Okay, you're just not gonna make it. And I really want you to like a little bit like take this in and ponder on this, because you know, if you think that you just need the visa and you're gonna be fine, no, you're not gonna be fine. You're gonna get the visa and you're gonna move here and you're not gonna make any money. So even if you invest, let me give you an example. Let's say you invest, I don't know, 30,000, which is a very low amount of investment. And you're gonna move here with 30,000. You get the visa, you are here, your business is incorporated, but your mindset is wrong. You're not gonna be able to generate the money. You're not gonna be able to close your clients. You're not gonna be able to grow the business. And this is what's gonna happen. You're going to need to leave the country because your visa will not be extended 2 years later, or you won't be able to apply for a green card because Because you didn't grow the business. You didn't scale the business. Why? Because you did not have the mindset. Many of you guys think the end goal is the visa, but the visa is just the beginning. And you want to know like the number one reason. And actually, I'm going to do video. I think I'm going to shoot a video later today on this. What is the number one reason why you don't get the visa denial? Do you want to know? Type in the comment if you guys want to know. What's the number one reason you are not approved? Your visa was denied. And by the way, I want to know if some of you have this experience. Have you ever had like visa denial? Give me yes if yes. I see A. I'm not sure who you are. I don't know who you are, but A is saying yes. And you want to know the reason? You want to know the reason why it was denied? The number one reason? It was denied because of your mindset. Yes, it was denied also because of the paperwork, but also because of the mindset. And the mindset, like you were so nervous, like you were actually maybe lying at the interview. Why were you lying? You were lying because you were nervous. Sometimes people do crazy things when they are under pressure, right? And it was denied. So yes, ties to your home country, it's true. But then you know what? I know people who didn't have strong ties and they got it. So what are you going to say about that? It's about the way you behave. And I don't know if you guys know the law of attraction thing. I'm a big fan of law of attraction. And I don't talk like a shallow law of attraction, like the book Secret. I don't know if you guys know Secret book, but the point is that it goes deep. It goes really deep. Anyway, the mindset. Secret number 2, start your own business. You gotta start your own business. And even if you don't have the money, guess what? Guess what? Even if you don't have the money, you can start a business with no money. And I will talk about it. I will talk about it in this webinar. But that is only possible if you have the right mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, you can even start a business. And then because you cannot even generate the money. So everything comes down to that mindset. It's the foundational principle. Number 3, scale the business and get a green card. Okay. Now, this is possible, obviously, again, if you have the mindset. And now it comes down also not just the strong mindset, but also you need to know how to run the business. You need to have this new skill set, right? To be able to do that. And, recently I was watching this webinar where the guy is talking about the most successful entrepreneurs, 7-8-figure people. The number one challenge they have, it's not how much money they make. They make so much money already. It's not that. They have a team of people running the business for them. The number one challenge they have to sustain the growth, again, is the mindset. So you now understand why I'm talking about mindset like a crazy person on this webinar. So let's dive deeper. In order to get the right mindset, you need to get clear. And like I asked you, there are people who apply for the visa and they get in. They get the visa, right? See, A is saying, I got in multiple times since that refusal. Do you mean you got into the United States multiple times since refusal, or what do you mean, A? See, if you got into the United States multiple times since your refusal, you probably got the visa, otherwise you wouldn't get in, right? So my point is, what was different, right? What was so different suddenly? You got in. It was probably your mindset. So why people don't make it to the US, or why people cannot make it in the United States? Because everyone wants to just live the American dream, and everyone wants to, talk about it, and they like to talk about it, and they dream about it, but only few people are really willing to do something about it. I'm just showing you this is like a recent comment. I want to move to US. I'm a law student. That's amazing. That's amazing you want to move. And especially you're a law student, that also shows me that you are intelligent. Okay? But then you have to do something about it. You got to do something about it. That's the main point here. So why people do want to move to United States? Now, why do you guys want to move to United States? I want to know from you. Why do you want to move to United States? And again, this question, don't think it's like a shallow question. It's actually a very, very deep question. I have a business plan, the right mindset. How can I apply as an entrepreneur? Lucas has a business plan. See, there are many business owners here or entrepreneurs who want to move to United States. The question is why? Why United States? Why can't you start a business back home? Why? And you know what? I'm going to tell you why I decided to do that. See, I decided to do that because, like you're saying, growing, make a great business. Exactly. These are like all valid questions, right? I decided that I'm moving to United States because the legal system where I'm from is corrupted, and whatever I do there, it's lost. It's like hitting the wall. And I decided because I wanted to help my father. That's the bottom line. My father had business that failed. In front of my eyes, I saw how he is struggling suddenly. From 7 figures goes to 0. And that motivated me. I was like, I'm fucking sorry for the word. I'm out of here. See what I'm talking about? It's the pain, guys. It's the pain that is motivating you. Do you see what I mean? You want to leave that because you want to have a better future. Corruption. Exactly. Every business which starts in the US is received from the rest of the world as a great credibility. Why? Because it's a great country to do business, period. See what I mean? Why? Because the legal system, God bless, works somehow. I'm not saying it's ideal, but it works. You can have a better future here. You can become a better person. See? Better person. Deep down, you want to become a better person. You want to help yourself with the business. You want to help your family. You want to be better husband, better wife, better mother, better father, daughter, brother. You want to be a better person. So you want to provide for your closest people because you love them and they love you. And you can't see this pain, this frustration. You can't feel it anymore. You're sick and tired. I was so sad, you know, for years to see my dad like that. And I didn't want to live that life. And I was so pissed at the country, the politician, you know, even the people there, you know, because my father was pissed. So you do this out of love, honestly, bottom line. You don't do this because you need to be rich. And it's very important, guys, to know this, because if you want to embark on that journey of that entrepreneur who is going to start a business in the United States, it's not going to be easy, right? And so you need to be clear on your why. You need to know this. You need to feel this. And you need to do that decision inside of you, internally, that you want to do this. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to make a decision. Because I tell you why you need to make a decision. Because many people I talk to, you know, they have the resources somehow. They have idea, they have a business plan, they know, but they are missing this little piece, the puzzle that is the most important. And that is the internal decision. The internal decision must come from you. I cannot help you guys if you don't make decision that you do whatever it takes, honestly. Like, you need to do whatever it takes. And obviously I make it happen for you. If you promise me you do whatever it takes, actually it's not even promise me, it's promise to yourself, right? Because I see that people who are these wishy-washy people who just want it, but then they don't want it, like, yes, maybe, they are in fear. They are in fear. Yeah, I know Simon. I have his book, Start With Your Why. So, you know, this fearful thoughts, fearful behavior, it's gonna stop you because that's your ego. And I bet it's gonna stop you. Many of you, it's gonna stop you. You know how I know this? Because every time I wanna make a big shift and change in my life, I go through pain, so much pain. It's like insane. It's insane how much pain I have to take in and embrace if I want to make the shift or go level up. And I've been through so much pain. That's why I know what I'm talking about. But the decision starts with you. And the decision whether you want to move here, how much you want to make here, these are all decisions, you know. And you need to do it. And also, it's almost like you become that new person. You need to become the new person, new version of yourself before you actually do it, before you actually move. You know what I mean? And here is why, guys. Because you never, ever, ever, ever outperform your internal self-image. So even if you work with me, even if you pay me, even if we put everything together, even if we apply for the visa, your self-internal image is that you will not live your American dream, and your self-internal image is that you cannot make it happen here, you will have denial of your visa. On the other hand, if your image is that you will make it happen here, whatever it takes, you're gonna do, I don't care how long it's gonna take, you will make it here. And you will make it, you will create business that is 7-figure and more because of your self-image. Make sense? Type in a comment if it makes sense, guys. Because certainly I do not want to bore you. I want to feel like you get this. You guys getting this? Type in the comment if you guys are getting this. Because honestly, if you believe that you can't, you are right. And you won't. On the other hand, if you believe that you can and you will, then you are right too. The decision is yours. There is no external something, control, not even the immigration system. There's no external somebody who's gonna control your life, who's gonna, you know what I mean? Yes, you have to align yourself. You have to meet the requirements to come to the US. Yes, all of that must be in place. But if you don't have the right mindset, you will not get a visa. So nobody's stopping you. There is nobody outside of you that is stopping you. You are stopping yourself. So these are 2 videos I made recently. So if you want to dig deeper, why don't you watch these videos after this webinar, motivate yourself a little bit. I'm also talking about limiting beliefs, especially when it comes to money in one of these videos. So what I really want from you is to make a promise to yourself and even write a letter if you need to. Promise to yourself that you will make this happen. This is the promise you do to yourself. And if you want, you can even share it in my private community. This is not the public community. This is private community. If you're not a member, you can request access and you can share that over there if you feel comfortable, if you need more extra support. Okay? Now, secret number 2. Let's get down to the business, the bottom line here, because I'm sure many of you are waiting for this. E2 visa, my favorite visa. See, remember I told you like I left the country and because I couldn't stay. What did I do? I started my own company. And this is actually the hack I'm going to share with you. This is the hack that I've done myself and the way I made it happen. So I started my own company in Slovakia. Sorry, I started the company in US. I incorporated the business in US. I hired some people and I left to Slovakia. And guess what I did? I started to offer my services online. I created over 40 different websites in 40 different jurisdictions. And I was crazy about SEO. If you know SEO, search engine optimization, tag words, blogging, etc. And soon I dominated the market. Like I was the only lawyer expert immigration in not in the United States, in Slovakia and Czech Republic. I dominated the market. It was mine. The market was mine. That's how I was published in Forbes. So actually I started my business from scratch, learning how to set up a website because I had no money to hire someone. And then I generated income. That profit I reinvested back to my business. So if you give me excuses here that you don't have the money, you know what I'm gonna say. I don't even have to say it because I didn't have the money. But what I had was idea, my brain, my determination, perseverance, dedication, hard work, creativity. Now then I borrowed some money actually. So I had like a combination of, so there was an amount that I borrowed and then an amount that I generated. It was the profit. I reinvested back to the company and then I applied for an investor visa. Does it make sense, guys? So what are the requirements besides the investment? Treaty country, you gotta be from a treaty country. If you are not from a treaty country, don't worry, don't freak out. I'm gonna tell you in a minute what to do. So treaty country, second, incorporate. First things first, incorporate. LLC or C Corp. I recommend LLC if you're starting out. Then you're gonna open a bank account in the United States. You need to be present in the United States. If you're not present, email me. I do have a premium service for you. However, I prefer that you fly and open it yourself. You're gonna wire the funds. Obviously, if you don't have any funds, you're gonna just incorporate, open an account, go back to your home country and hustle. Year, maybe 2. It took me 6 months actually, very quickly. You might hustle a year, 2, 3. But I do recommend to get a small loan and make this thing happen. Okay? Now, where to open the LLC? Luca is asking. It depends on the business. It really depends on the business model. Delaware is okay if you do online business. But if you don't do online business, you need to be open in that particular state where you are located, where you intend to physically live and do business. Because it gets tricky with the tax law. Okay? Invest. Typically right now, I work with people who are able to invest 100K. This is something that I, evolved to. However, either it can be less or more. If you have more, obviously you can consider EB5. If you have a $500,000, you can go with EB5. If you don't know where to invest, see, I have a list of companies I work with. They are looking for additional investment. Email me. I'll tell you where to invest. If you are online business, digital agency, etc., you can even go with 50K. You should be fine. Personally, I will not go with less than 50K because it's a little bit fishy. Like, what kind of business is that? You know what I mean? And at the end, you still need to meet the requirements to become an investor. Does it make sense? No, I'm not going to send any email list to anywhere. This is confidential information. If you qualify, I need to first see if you qualify, and then once you qualify, then I'm going to see if I can put you in touch with one of these companies. These are confidential information. It's not public list, and I'm certainly not sharing the list with you guys. I share the list with qualified people who go through due diligence first. 5, launch the business. You need to launch the business either online versus physical location. It depends. It really depends what kind of business we're talking. Obviously, if you're going to launch online consulting, you can consult from anywhere, right? But if you're launching a restaurant, obviously you are launching physical location business. And before you actually even launch the business, the money is going to go to escrow and then you're going to apply, okay? So that's E2 visa. Plan B, guys. Pieter was waiting for a plan B. So let me just have a sip and then I'm going to disclose the plan B. By the way, guys, are you enjoying this webinar? Is this helpful to you? Yes, no, what's your feedback? What's your feedback, guys? Okay, let's continue. L visa. Very much awesome. Thank you. I like to hear that. Yes, yes, okay. Good. Yes, yes, good. Very motivating. It's very helpful. I like to hear the guys because I was a little bit afraid, like, should I talk about the mindset? Because these people will think I'm crazy, you know? But I need to tell you the truth. I need to be honest with you. Like, there is no point hiding something from you. Like, I want to be as honest as possible because I know your pains, you know, I feel your pains because obviously I've done that. So I'm very happy that you are taking this information because some people can't handle the truth, you know. Some people first, you piss them off with the truth, you know what I mean? Okay. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. All right, so let's start. L1A visa, guys. This is actually way for people who, for example, they are living in non-treaty countries like India, okay, for example. And you need to figure out the way how you can move to United States because E2 doesn't apply. And so what you can do is to apply for L visa if you already run a business. Okay, you have to be the founder or manager in that or executive in that particular business, and you need to run this business. If you don't run the business yet, because the requirement is you have to run the business for at least 1 year in preceding 3 years. So for 1 year you work and you can show that you pay yourself salary. This is like a solid business. And a minimum 1 year, it can be even more. Also, if you have employees that you want to transfer them to US office, they need to work at least 1 year, minimum 1 year in preceding 3 years, okay? So if, for example, you don't run the business yet, what I suggest is to incorporate, but you're not going to incorporate in United States. Like I told you what I did, the hack, right? I call it the hack. You're not going to incorporate in United States. You are going to incorporate in your country because this is different structure. You have to incorporate in your country and run the business at least 1 year, and then only then you can open the affiliated office and incorporate in United States. Okay? Only then. Because then, yes, you need, by the way, Shahid, let's just ask later at the end of this webinar, okay? Why don't you ask me the question later? I'm going to be focusing right now, and then I answer your question. So first things first, incorporate in your home country, manage the business, show that it's serious, it's growing, you're paying yourself salary. Then you go and incorporate in the United States, and then you start running a business in the United States. And then what you can do, get L1A visa, relocate to United States to open this new business. If the business is in place, then what you can do, you can actually apply for already operating business. Depending on whether you are starting a new business or operating business, you're going to apply for either L1A visa for 1 year or 3 years. It depends. So this is another hack if you are not from E2 visa country, treaty country. Okay? Now, with L visa, here's the trick, and you have to really pay attention right now. Pay attention to these guys, because sometimes people think, oh, L visa is better. No, it's not. If you are from a treaty country, please go with E2. Don't go with L, please. And I will tell you why. I have a case study later. I'm going to disclose the testimonial from one of my clients who actually been through the journey, been through the process. First, he applied for L. They work with different attorney. Then they got approved, but 1 year later, they applied for extension. They got denied. And this was actually a very big multinational company. And they got denied after 1 year because they didn't establish the entire department in the United States. And then what they did, they came to me and I helped them with E2s. And I moved like 3 or 4 people within the company to United States on E2s. And the bottom line is this. You get the L visa for 1 year. but you need to establish that you created the company, the affiliated office, and you have the entire business. The entire department is up and running. So if you are like a multinational company, let's say you are a successful digital agency in Russia, and you have like 100 people working for you, and then you are opening up this affiliate in the United States, and then you will be able to actually show that you as a boss, as the manager, is actually running the department, and in that department you have 10 people below you. They're actually responsible for the job that you delegate. And these 10 people have another, like, let's say 4 or 5 or maybe 20 people below them, right? So there's got to be organizational structure. If you don't show this organizational structure, you will not be approved by USCIS. And then you have to do plan B, which is E2. Therefore, I say skip the nonsense. If you can apply for E2, I call it nonsense, but obviously it's not nonsense. You know what I mean? So what can you do with this L1A? Upgrade it to EB1 green card. You can upgrade it quickly, but keep in mind that you have to grow quickly, relatively quickly, because you're not going to have time. You're not going to have time. Like with E2, you have more time. E2, you can even extend for another 2 years, another 2 years, another 2 years. Multiple extensions there. So if you don't make it happen within 2 years, you can make it happen later. But with this one, it's a little bit, there is definitely pressure. If you're moving your employees, you can move them under L1B category, and certainly they can get a visa for 3 years. Make sense? Cool. So here are just examples of these business types that you can create, and just don't limit yourself, honestly, because when you limit yourself, I mean, this is what I think. When you limit yourself because you are scared, you're not going to create the value that this world needs. If you have idea, if you have a business idea, it's there for a reason, and you should pursue it. If it's like a company that is online, it's fine. Online consulting, coaching, online software, tech startups, applications, the most typical businesses like restaurant, coffee shops, bakery, beauty salons, accountant, law firms, shipping companies, import, export, real estate. Even real estate is okay, but make sure it's not passive investment. So if you are investing, make sure that it's active, like you are engaged in active investment and you are running the company actively, you're running the company, okay? Because if you invest and it's like a residential investment, you will not get approved because it's passive investment. Secret number 2, you don't need to break the bank. As I told you, you can, invest around 100K. If you don't have the money, you can certainly make the money. We already discussed that. There's no cap, right? There's no cap. That's why I love this visa. And even if like 100,000 people apply this year, they will be approved if they meet the requirements. Even if 500,000 people apply this year, they will meet the requirement. My goal, you want to know my American dream, guys? My next goal, my American dream, it's a little too big goal, but let's see. Well, let's see what I can do with that. I want to bring like 500,000, 500,000 entrepreneurs to the United States within the next five years. I don't know if that's possible. Now I'm looking into ways how I can scale this business. So instead of working one-on-one with me, I'm going to provide like a group programs. And I'm working on something pretty cool behind the scenes right now, so you can stay tuned. I will disclose it soon. It's going to be launched later summer, late summer. But the point is that my goal is to bring as many people as possible who are true entrepreneurs. And if your dream is to start your business in the US and contribute to the world through that, I want to work with you. If you have a dream to start this business, go to 7-8 figures, I want to work with you. By helping you, I'm going to help myself because I want to make this world a better place. And now again, going deeper, it's my soul calling to tell the truth. And I'm not here to play small, and I hope you are not here to play small either. So little detour on the side. You can also bring the team members and family to United States if you want, and your kids can work if they are younger than 21, and your spouse can certainly work, can get the work permit, which is amazing. Does it work? Here are my articles from the news. So it does. I am the living example, living proof, walking living proof. Secret number 3 is you're going to scale the business, right? And hopefully get a green card. That's the goal here. Citizenship, green card. Some people don't want it. However, I do recommend it. With E2 visa, you can be pretty flexible. With the green card, you're a little bit stuck here. If you run multiple businesses around the world, if you are a true global citizen, it might be a little bit challenging because you have to spend at least 6 months out of the year in the United States. Okay, at least 6 months out of 12 months. So you're going to be a little bit stuck here. Now, after 5 years, you can apply for citizenship, and then you are not stuck here anymore. You can do whatever you want. You can go to Indonesia, Bahamas, come back, do whatever you want, and manage the business. Okay, so who this has worked for? Person who is ready to start a business in the United States, obviously. Person who is entrepreneur or business owner, obviously. Person who is willing to do whatever it takes, obviously. Now you understand what I mean by that. Person who is ready to commit to your American dream. You have to commit to your American dream. Commitment is the key. And person who is ready, definitely ready to invest. Now, if you don't have the money, do the hack. Start a company, hustle, work hard. 2 years later, you will be able to do that. Just because you can now doesn't mean you won't be able to do it later, right? So really just be hopeful because you can make this happen. I'm sharing this as a proof. This is working. Okay, these are people who got the visa. They got the visa. It's working for them. Peter, entrepreneur, San Francisco. Dimitri, business visa, New York. Peter Rachak, this is the guy I told you about. They had business, they had the L visa, they were not approved. We switched to E2. 3 people within the company approved. Roman, another one, E2 visa. Is this working? Yes. Peter Guerrero, E2 visa. This was essential employee visa actually. Mr. Findays, truck company business. So it even works when you have like a small investment. You don't need like a big money, big bucks. Andre, I think he invested 80,000. Now his company is doing, I think he'd probably be like $500,000 now, or maybe even more. He's maybe like approaching 1 million now, 7 figures. Ahmad, startup. They're raising funds right now. Works from Jordan, these guys. Median, works, E2 visa. Tatiana, online coaching for women, works. She came after 9 other lawyers told her. And see, I'm not trying to talk about negativity about other lawyers. No way. Like there are many smart lawyers, you know, many smart immigration lawyers. It's just that I see it from different angle because I'm also that immigrant, like you guys, and entrepreneur. But the point is because the other lawyers told her, maybe these are super smart people, but they told her, oh, it cannot be done because this is online coaching. Like, how can this possibly be done? But I, for some reason, see the option, like the opportunity was there. You know, she invested a lot of money. She was training with actually, A is asking online coaching. Actually, Tatiana invested a lot of money. She invested 200,000. She invested 200,000 because she was trained by Tony Robbins, and she was like a one-on-one working with him. She invested a lot of money to get the license and to be able to train other women, you know. So she invested a lot of money, and despite the fact it's online coaching, she still coached women in person in LA, right? But she, like, what I'm saying is, like, these other lawyers thought this business model is not suitable. On the other hand, I think it is okay. And there are several factors, right, that you have to take into consideration. So I'm not saying that every online business will be approved. It depends, guys. But My point is, the point being is that she got it. So if you are considering online business, you're picking a niche that is like not traditional business, like maybe you are a woman who is into lifestyle coaching and stuff like that, that you can still make it happen because she is there. She did make it happen, right? This invoice home counting, I think it was like a software company. So again, software company works. Just Go Languages. It was school, ESL school in Miami. RTM Performance, tuning. These guys, this RTM Performance, they are in car business, like tuning. I don't know what's it called. Tuning the cars, like tuning business. Sorry, I don't know exactly, but basically they are like a customizing cars and making that happen. Now they are very successful. Some of the case studies I posted on my YouTube, so you can actually watch the whole entire video where they talk about their stories. So you can do that if you like. And we are at the end, guys. We made it. We made it. So for people who are ready, people who want to make this happen, people who are committed, I don't want to talk to people who are not committed. If you need to think about it, it's fine. Take your time, you know, research more information, watch my free YouTube videos. But if you are someone who is ready, you committed, you have the funds, you want the magic, you want to make the magic happen, I'm happy to talk to you. 15 minutes free call with me, you can schedule it. You got the link there. And also what I'm going to do, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to share this video so you can actually book it here. What I'm going to do after you book the call, you're going to receive from my assistant, you're going to receive a link. She's going to send you a link where you need to fill out the application. Okay, so certainly you can book the call, but we need you to fill out the application. Once you fill out the application, we will go over the application, and if you are approved, she's going to email you, and then you will be confirmed for the call. Okay. If we find that you are not a good fit, don't take it personally. It's just that I can't possibly talk for free with all of you guys. I would not be able to do my job, my actual job. Don't take it personally. In that case, I would suggest, again, go back to the free resources. Free resources are on YouTube. I'm going to actually put the link here for you if you are not familiar with my channel. And also, for those who are looking for like a student visa, stuff like that, which I don't think you are, otherwise you wouldn't be here. I do have the ImmigrationBiz Academy, but I don't think that is the case for you guys because you are entrepreneurs, otherwise you wouldn't stay till the end, right? So let's do the questions now. Let's do the Q&A for like 10-15 minutes, and then we can wrap up. Okay. And like I said, there is the program that I'm putting together, but I don't want to talk about the details yet. Probably what I'm going to be doing, guys, every Wednesday, I'm going to do live webinars, same time, and stay tuned for that. I'm going to email you, obviously, the next webinar. I'm going to be doing live webinars. Stay tuned. The program that I'm putting together, I will disclose in one of the upcoming webinars. Also, if you are not part of my community, Facebook community, join that now, because I'm doing live calls, like live video calls. So you can certainly benefit from that as well. And I'm going to be doing twice a day live video calls, live Facebook Lives, okay? Sorry, not twice a day, Jesus. Twice a week. Twice a week, twice a day. That would be crazy commitment here, okay? And like I said, I'm working on the program, which is going to be really tailored for people who want to live the American dream, who want to bring the business to 7 figures later on, and who want to make it happen in the US. But it's going to take me some time to finish it. So I will talk more about what is it about in the upcoming webinars. So stay tuned. Okay, I see some of your questions, guys. If it's small business and I'm under L1 visa, Fabio is asking, is it required to have a full department like you said? Yes, you have to have, well, it depends. Like, I don't know what's the small business exactly. The point is that you have to show, and again, don't take it literally. Like if it's a big corporation, obviously they need to show they have a department, right? That is particularly working in their case. But if your business is a smaller business, you can still show that you have a department, right? But again, the question is how big your department must be. You need a tailored business plan in order for me to answer this question, because I need to know every single detail of your business, right? So I cannot really answer this question right now. But the bottom line is you have to show that you are the manager. You are the real manager of the business, not just like a one-man show. Lucas, do you know how network marketing leaders should get a green card? Well, I know how to get a green card. So I would need to see the business model. I'm not really into network marketing necessarily, but if you are a network marketing leader, there should be a way, for sure. There should be a way. And I would suggest that for that, we would need more than 15 minutes. So you can book a consultation with me if you want, Lucas. You can email at office@ImmigrationBiz. And you can book a consultation, because I would need to probably think this through a little bit. I'm not able to answer it right away. You know what I mean? But if you are a leader, like I know that actually I was part of this Lioness company. It was also like a multi-level marketing. And obviously, I think it depends on what's your status there within the company, right? We will need to brainstorm this, bottom line. But you can, I think there might be a way. If you book the free call, 15 minutes, I don't think we can have time for that to discuss what you need, because you're not ready. Like you don't have a proven concept. Like I need to brainstorm this and I need to do more research for you. So you need to actually book a 30-minute call or 60 minutes call with me. I'm gonna give you actually a link right away here, so I don't have to worry about sending it later. Let me give you the link, Lucas. Okay. Minimum 30 or 60, because we need more information, and I would probably need to do a little bit of research for you. Okay, you're welcome. Can the person who is already filed for asylum visa also file for entrepreneur visa? Sarfaraz. Well, my question too is that why would you want to file for entrepreneur visa if you already filed asylum visa? Because if you've already filed for asylum visa, you are in a processing. And I would not mess this up. I would rather wait for the approval or denial. If you have denial, then I would consider apply for entrepreneur visa. I would not apply at the same time, because you cannot have two separate petitions pending. Doesn't work like that. Is it better to buy existing business? Peter, it depends. It depends. It depends on you. It depends if you have a previous business background. It depends if you ask me, hey, I have this idea. What do you think about this business? Should I go with this business or should I buy existing business? If you buy an existing business, you have to be careful, right? If the business is really good. I mean, you gotta be careful. There's gotta be due diligence done, right? And you have to make sure it's a good business. Because just because you're buying existing business doesn't mean it's going to be good for you from the business perspective. My question is, why would someone sell the business if the business is so good? You know what I mean? You know, see what I mean? However, from the perspective of E2 visa, yes, you can get away with existing business. It's perfectly okay if you invest into existing business. If you have a multiple partners, make sure to keep at least 50% ownership in the business. About the bank account, Juan, must this be linked to LLC? Yes, 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 of course. You have to have bank account that is corporate, not personal. And it has to be linked to LLC. It has to be a corporate bank account. that are generating digital agency. Shahid. Yes, digital agency is fine. Digital agency is it's totally way to go, especially these days. I love digital agency businesses. It's totally cool, totally fine. In fact, in the United States, you have so much money, you make like even 8 figures with digital agency. Everyone needs digital agency, and people here are willing to pay for it. Crazy money. LLC, digital agency, either Wyoming or Delaware. What is your expert not sure, with personal coaching for sport with 50K? Does it even seem doable? Any kind of coaching, any kind of coaching, consulting seems doable with 50K. But I would need to know more details about this coaching. Because think about this way, in order to say if this is doable or not, I need to see how much do you need to start a business? What is the total cost? How much do you need to actually sustain the business so it's profitable? It's not marginal. And we put together these two equations and we come up with a number. Number 3, based on my experience, what's the minimum? It's 50. 100K is like ideal. Because when you go to the interview, hack number 3, guys. Bonus hack. Bonus hack number 3. See, I show 3 like this, and people in United States, they show it like this. I don't know why. It's kind of weird for me to show it like this. Hack number 3. Hack number 3, guys. Hack number 3 is this. That US embassy people, they don't necessarily understand the businesses. And when they see like a bigger investment, they usually approve you because it's bigger investment. And that's why we have to like break it down and show them like this is how it's going to be, and it's okay even if it's less than 100K. And that's why you have so many lawyers telling you, oh, you got to invest 100K. It depends. It also depends on the country, guys. Some countries, they are easier to obtain E2 visas than others, right? I don't want to discriminate anybody here, but it's true. I have more work with someone from Jordan than I have with someone from Germany. See what I mean? More work. Depends where you're coming from. Green card needs 6 to 12 months in the US. Yes, if you have a green card, you have to stay in US 6 months, a minimum out of 12 months in order to maintain the green card. E2 visa, at least $60,000, Yetkin and Altinel. Yes, it's fine, but I need to know the business model. I don't know your business model. I don't know. That's why I cannot tell you 100%. I cannot answer this 100%, but it should be okay. But again, it depends on the business model. Thank you. I'm going to sleep. Good night. Chetashar. So for L1A, you need to show that you are on the top of managing structure. Yes, top of managing structure. And again, the structure depends on the particular business. Obviously, guys, if you have a salon, obviously it's different structure as if you have like a multinational corporation. Makes sense? Let's say you must not buy yourself out from the company. I'm not sure what that means. Why would you want to buy yourself out of the company? I don't understand. Yes, yeah. Wherever you are incorporated, let's say you are in Serbia, Luka, after showing a good standing for a full year, then open a branch. See, the good standing, it's automatic. Like if your company is not good standing, it's usually you don't pay the annual fees, the filing, you don't pay taxes, so you are not in good standing. But obviously you have to be in good standing. If you're not in good standing, if you never pay the taxes, you don't pay these fees, you cannot even apply. And I can't work with this type of documentation. It's not a legit company. But the point is, this is not the main requirement. The main requirement is that you have to show that you actually are managing the business and you are actually making some money and you are actually paying yourself. Otherwise, what kind of business is that? Shell company. Nobody wants shell company. Like the shell company cannot even open up affiliate in the United States. It's a fishy business. The United States, it's even more difficult, guys, now. The due diligence is crazy. So be careful. Like there's You gotta have a valid, legit business here. Shahid. For digital address LLC, do I need a physical commercial address as well? Yes, you do. See, when I say digital business, it's not just digital. It is mainly digital, but you actually cannot work from home. You have to have an office space. You know, you don't need to hire anybody yet, but there should be a potential that you will be able to hire people soon. You know, all that needs to be in your business plan, and you need also physical location. But right now, like just when you're starting out, the application process and everything, you don't need it yet. I will tell you when you need it. If I work with you, I'll tell you exactly when you need it, because you don't need it. Every business is different. In your case, you would need it like before you actually apply for the visa. Okay, because if you just have 100% virtual business, why do you need to be in the United States? Why? Why? You know what I mean? $100K in the bank. Yes, good, Shahid. Or to be invested in office, etc. Yes. You need to invest substantial amount of capital. Invest substantial amount of capital, guys. It doesn't mean that you're going to wire the money to United States account. See what I mean? Just because I wired the money to United States, some money that I got from my friend, and I wired to US, now I'm thinking I'm going to get a visa. Well, you're not. And that's why you have 40% denial with E2 visas, because these people think they wire money and they got it. They don't. The process, the investment process, shows you are serious, shows you are at risk, your money are at risk. Then you deserve E2 visa. Otherwise, you don't. You don't even deserve it. See what I mean? See what I mean? America is for people who are willing to take the risk. Period. Otherwise, you need to find another way, which I don't promote, because I don't agree. There is no other way, in my opinion. It's the best way. Which state do you recommend to open LLC? I think I answered that. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap up because it's been a while. We are here. And I think I need to get some lunch. Is it better to apply for E2 while in the US? Any advantages? Good question, Shahid. And I say no. Don't apply while you're here, unless you really need to, because if you apply here, you're going to just change the status. And if you just change the status, that it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you, because you will need a visa stamp again, and you will need to fly to your home country, get a visa stamp. That's why I prefer if you apply from your home country. Okay, guys? Good stuff. Good stuff. I am on Selva Kumar. I am on H-1B visa, work in the US, want to start a business. Sure, by all means, you can start a business. We can change the status, or we can apply for E2. And I do recommend that, because H-1B sucks. My question was if I can go straight to 3 years after L1 visa if you buy existing business. Well, keep in mind that the existing business must be tied to your existing company in your home country. I don't know, Peter, this can be done if that business in US is connected with the business in your home country. It's affiliated office. Makes sense? If it's not affiliated, even if you buy 3-year-old company, that's not going to make it. And the purpose of L visa is usually to establish your own affiliated office to pre-existing company in your home country. I don't know what's the link between that company and the company home. Pierre, have a salon for 3 years in SA. I don't know what's SA, but cool. I like it. So maybe you can open up the affiliated office for your salon in US. That would be interesting. That would be definitely interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Nice to see you. Pleasure talking to you. Have a wonderful day. You know what to do. I give you all my energy. Now I'm going to sleep. I'm joking. Talk to you later, okay? Stay tuned for the next live webinar next week, Wednesday, probably at the same time. Stay tuned and make sure to check out the free resources, YouTube, Facebook, ImmigrationBiz, people who already committed, etc. want to make this happen. Book the call with me, and you will receive the link that you need to fill out. It's going to be that's going to be application you need to fill out, and if we see you're a good fit, you're going to be confirmed for the call with me, and then we take it from there. All right? Perfect. So keep believing, commit to yourself, make a promise to yourself. You can do this, and you will do this, period. See you next week. Bye.